Hello, everybody. How is it going? Yeah, I do have a bit of a rush to start here, but hopefully everyone's doing well. Hello, Autolabs. How am I doing casting Muscle Leaks? Honestly, it's not that bad, actually. You gotta put time aside for every single league that you do, and then you actually it's really interesting as well to get different leagues' perspectives because so many leagues are so different. So really excited for that. As I do want to introduce a friend of mine. He's back from the dead. Hello, Croutondust. Welcome back to the stream, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm back out of retirement. I guess I've been gone for 2 months. It's great to be back, though. I'm excited for the opportunity to get back into the saddle here with the co-casting.
Yeah, man. The last time we did it, what was it? Like Score for a Cure Day 1? Was the last time
I think so. Yeah.
we did commentary together? Yeah, it was Score for a Cure Day 1. Well, now you're back, and you get to watch Narwhal now, your old captain, as he's playing, as that's not right. 1 second there. That's not there. There we go. He's playing with Dubsy Hits and Posca on the Nobu special. Posca's been on that team for forever, Crouton. You probably recognize Posca on No Boost. I can't remember the time when he wasn't on that team.
I think I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Posky is sort of the founder and sort of owner of Nobu Specials.
Yeah, they're an org.
Yeah. Because even back in like early IGL seasons, like 2019 or anything, I remember playing Nobu Specials and Posky was around.
Yeah, Labs, yeah, you're right. I do need a separate channel. You know what, Crouton? Let's go to a Discord voice call so that Labs doesn't join. Hey, good thinking, Autolabs. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna roll with it. Thanks, man. I know I don't usually do it because people don't usually try to raid my voice calls, but you specifically, you might actually raid it. Yeah, you're here. You're back, Crouton. Hello. Yeah, Autolabs could very easily say something that he really shouldn't say, and because of Twitch rules, that I don't want that happening. Anyways, we got this series. It's a best of 5. It's the first week of the Skyward series. Man, it feels kind of like the first week of the Indie Gaming League back when it was still around, where everybody's kind of getting used to each other, getting into this new league. And we're going to see how these teams play after such a long time away. I remember Purple Phantom has been on my stream before. I believe the last time they were on my stream, though, was at least a couple months ago. I'd have to take a very long check, but I do remember the name Dusty Dumpster from Purple Phantom. I think he was the captain of that team back when I first commentated their match, but that was a very long time ago. In fact, I'm going to check when it was, because I can definitely find it. It was... If I find it, it was... Or I'll get it soon enough. It was... There you go. It was 7 months ago was the last time I saw this team. For Purple Phantom. So we've seen them on stream before. But, Crouton, tell me kind of how many things are going to change, because we haven't seen these teams in a while. Again, the Game League sadly folded a while ago, but now they're in the Radiant Skyward series. There's going to be some changes here. I'm very curious to see what you think about both these teams coming in.
Well, so interestingly, I do have kind of an interesting perspective for Narwhal at least. Narwhal, my previous captain for SNRF. That after IGL went under, there was a lot of talk, of where are we going next. Luckily, Posca and Narwhal had kind of been playing together off and on for a while, and they, Posca was like, hey, there's this Skyward Series thing. So Narwhal sort of jumped ship from SNRF, went right to Nobu Specials, and I think they're a pretty good team. I mean, I think they're going to be playing very well. I think they play very well together. I've had the chance to be in a private lobby with them and see how they play. I'm excited to see how they play against this Purple Phantom team.
Yeah, and speaking of coming back from after, kind of confused on where they were going. Obviously, you had a good amount of time doing commentary, but obviously now that you're back to the commentary booth, how do you feel, kind of shaking off those cobwebs?
Right before this, like an hour ago, I had a match for the Skyward Series. Funnily enough, it was kind of rough, kind of getting started, but I think by the end of it, I kind of got back to where I'd like to be. Kind of in my casting ability. Unfortunately, this is kind of like a side thing. I had to watch Grand Champ 2 and 3, so my play-by-play and my analysis wasn't quite what I would have liked it to be, because half the time it was too fast for me to keep up with. Now we're kind of, for this one, we're back in my comfort
Yeah,
zone.
we're back at the Challenger League. This would be the league that you'd probably be placed in, if I remember correctly. I think this would be the league you're in. This is like the Champ 1 league. Champ 1,
That is
Champ
correct.
2, I believe is the ranks for this. Maybe Champ... No, no, not Champ 3, because I'm in the Champ 3 League. I'm in the All-Star League, so... Yeah, yeah. But anyways, yes, this is going to be a bit slower than those Grand Champion lobbies are used to, but no less exciting, as we are going to have a best of 5 coming up very soon. Both teams have gotten their info to join the lobby. Now we need to just wait for them. And you know, as a commentator, this is the most unlikable part, having to wait for the teams to join. It's not on the teams, it's just the fact that I'm so impatient.
Oh yeah, I am the same way. When I sent out the lobby info and you kind of have to pad for time before you had the matches up and all that. I definitely feel you on that one.
Yeah, man, it's been... But anyways, it has been a really long time seeing you. I'm really happy to see you back. Man, it's been absolutely amazing. I'm really happy to have you back here, because this was like the killer duo for all of us. It was
Oh
absolutely
yeah.
amazing. It was like the duo. So I'm really happy that
'Cause,
I'm
yeah,
really
for
happy
a
that we're
while
back.
there. Oh yeah, because for a while, kind of leading up to that score for Akira before IGL went under, because we had a couple IGL matches together. Then when there was a couple like other kind of less known leagues we did as well, and then of course the big score for Akira tournament, which was awesome. And then
Yeah,
like you said, unfortunately IGL went under, and I've been in the wind since, but finally back.
yeah, man. As we have gotten word from Purple Phantom, they'll be joining in just about a moment from now. So we just need to wait for them. But of course, knowing this and knowing both these teams, I do remember Nobu, since they are the more recent team that have been on my stream, and they've been on my stream multiple times, whereas Purple Phantom's only been on once. No Boost was a really defensive team, so I'm gonna be really interested in seeing how if they play any differently, because I do know Pozga's pretty defensive, and if I remember anything from back when SNR played, you guys were also very defensive. So I wonder
Yeah.
if that's going to. I think that's going to carry through. I think we're going to see a very defensive match from Nobu, especially out of the gate, getting used to this league.
Oh, game one will absolutely be pretty defensive. I would say, like you said, I think from what I remember, Posca is a pretty defensive player. Like you were right when you said SNRF was pretty defensive, but that's mostly because I'm just a slower player. Narwhal can really
Wow.
get some offense going. Like don't count him out as too much of a defensive player. He's got a killer offense, but he
Man,
does
you're
he does have strong defense. You are right.
doing the most caster thing ever, throwing yourself under the bus. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys were defensive, but Flying Arrow was kind of the beacon of hope for your team. He was a really consistent player, so
Yeah, it's true.
definitely interested to see if that kind of continues through. And you know what's gonna be more fun is how much we're gonna remember from commentating each other, how we're gonna be able to do our handoffs. That's gonna be interesting as well.
And it'll be interesting.
You're gonna
But
play RL sometimes, Arado Labs? I mean, I don't play RL anymore. Also, my controller's like broken, so I will be playing RL again as soon as I get my new controller, and hopefully I continue, because I am planning to get a new computer. But yeah, I definitely need to play RL more. But I would love to if you're able to do it, Otto. But I will say tonight I'm doing something afterwards, so not tonight. But if you do get me at a good time, maybe.
There now Nobu Specials is starting to join in. You see Flying Narwhal there has that Nobu Specials tag on.
Yep,
I
and
don't know quite how I feel about that one. I've still got the SNRF tag on.
he's abandoned your team though.
The ace of SNRF is jumped ship.
Sometimes it happens like that, Crouton.
Oh
We
yeah,
can
no,
reminisce during the series. I mean,
yeah.
we can't, no bias here. But you know, if Flying Narwhal ever makes a mistake, make sure to pay attention to whatever Crouton says. Is it
Might
impossible
be
to find you at a good time? Yeah, that's the point. I do commentary like every single day. It's basically impossible, and I'm also on like competitive team. I'm on a competitive team now as well, so that's gonna make it difficult. But no, I'll definitely find more time in the future, man. But I'm just doing commentary because I love it so much. And speaking of commentary, let's get into it. Here we go, a best of 5. Crouton, how are you feeling? You ready for this series?
I'm more than ready. I'm excited to see this one get going again. I have kind of the ground level knowledge on Nobu Specials, especially considering my previous captain is on that team now. I'd really like to see them do well. It might be a bit biased. I'd like to see both teams do well, of course, but for Nobu Specials, I'd really like to see them get off to a hot start for the season.
Yeah. And here they come. It's The 3 players of both teams joining in. Nobu Specials on the blue. Purple Phantom. I misspelled their name. Purple Phantom on the orange. I don't know why I added an S to their name, but they don't seem to mind. As here we go, best of 5 to start off the regular season for both teams. This series could mean a lot going down the line.
Oh, it absolutely could. And one more thing I'll say before the action really gets going here is watch out for demos from Nobu Special. This is a demo-heavy team, I know that much. So, your Purple Phantoms, you might want to watch out for some bumps here and there.
They're trying to break Com's record as we speak. Dusty Dumpster to the back one. Com's only held that record for how long? Like maybe a few days? Ever since the last regional event. It's only been a couple days, so already we're seeing people online saying that they're going to try to break his record. I believe I saw Not Earth, who plays for Radiance Gold, just hit like over 20 demos in a game. And he did ping Com on Twitter so about it. So, you know, players are trying to get more and more demo aggressive as possible. I know it can be really killing to some teams, especially teams defensive like Nobu Specials, but if they're able to adapt to the demos, then surely any team can. And most teams will be. It's very rare to see a team that has difficulties finding demos. As currently Nobu Specials using that back wall heavily right now on offense, but no shots, no threatening shots just yet against Purple Phantom. It seems like they're kind of hitting the wall too much there as a shot goes to the other side, but it is still 0-0. Crouton, I mean, kind of take us through this game. So far, Nobu Specials have held so much control.
It is definitely have had some control so far. Definitely a good amount of offense, especially, you know, Posca and Narwhal are both up there, you know, hitting that back wall like you said. But we're definitely still in this sort of, the teams are feeling each other out. They're kind of, they don't want to commit too much. They're trying to see, is there counterattack coming, this and that. You know, we're definitely still in kind of phase 1 of this game. No team has really started to pop off yet.
Oh, you almost. Yeah. So I do remember this part. Back when we did commentary, you always caster curse the game, so that almost happened again here. It doesn't matter how long a break you have, some things will never change. Nobu Specials trying to bring up field, and so far, so many shots in favor of them. 4 shots to 2, they're doubling the shots of their opponents, but still no goals. A lot of their non-shots just go off a back wall, and they use it to set each other up, but it does feel like sometimes they just overdo it. On offense, and sometimes you feel like sometimes they just need to take a shot on that orange net and just see if it goes in, because it does feel like they're trying to get that kind of perfect opportunity, and that's not going to come to them if they keep trying to go for it. It's just going to be so difficult. As Phantom trying to go the other way, they're going to score first with Crusher to get the goal. As Nobu Specials, they held so much pressure early, and I want you to hold that point there, Crouton. So I'm going to say, like, right now, it feels like for Nobu Specials again, they held it for such a long amount of time, but they held that pressure so long, but they weren't able to get a goal off it, and that's going to be the difference maker here, because unlike Nobu Specials, Purple Phantom are taking advantage of their opportunities.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. When you said Nobu Specials has the pressure and the possession, but they just aren't finding that final sort of like you said, they just need to start taking shots. Really, you know, they are playing with the backboard. Which is good, like, you know, where they're getting pressure out of it, but it's just like that. It's just one clear away from all falling apart for them.
Oh no, Posca! That one's cleared away. Well, Flying Narwhal does get back in time, but this one's in front! Crusher to score again! And that's another goal for him. You could see that ball, it popped over Posca's head, and immediately the sirens blared in his head. He went back, but it was Flying Narwhal to try to get a clear out, but he was pumped away. Crusher just come in and clean up that shot and put it well placed as well into the top left corner. He didn't need the placement there to score, but he decided to go for it anyways just to secure it.
It was a big bump from Dusty Dumpster on Narwhal. Really took him out of the play. Nice double there from Narwhal. Maybe get some offense. Still on the ball. Pretty good 50 there, but they're just not making good on these offensive attempts so far. Like you said, I think you hit the nail on the head. They really do need to start to put shots on the net, in the net, you know?
And you can see a bump there from Flying Narwhal, trying to get some more aggression for his team. Dubsy gets in front, and that's a double commit. Posca can't find contact. That one will bounce over Crusher. And while we do kind of have this lull by the looks of it, I do want to thank some people for their support. Thank you, ZoomerKid7 for the bit. Thank you, Phantom 5K, and Shadowball 14RL for the follow. Welcome to the Sportia stream, everybody. It's great to see you. I'm here with Croutondust, another Skyward Series commentator. As we get to watch Croutondust's old captain, Flying Narwhal, as he plays against the Purple Phantom team, which we haven't seen on this stream in 7 months. In front of the net, Nobu specials to clear. And so far, a lot of reliance on, a lot of reliance from this Nobu special team on being able just to get those plays from the midfield, but still no shots. I feel like we just need to see someone just to kind of take that opportunity. It could be Dub C, but he doesn't make contact. Purple Phantom clears away, and that will end out game 1. I don't see any way that you can see this Nobu special team winning this game with how little time's remaining. As right now, they've been able to hold... right now, for Nobu specials, it's been that same storyline of them getting opportunities, but not making those opportunities actually count. As Purple Phantoms are denied that third goal that at 0 seconds, they still win game 1.
Not the start to the season that Nobu Specials would have wanted. It's just like you said. I really do think you hit it on the head. They had plenty of offense, plenty of pretty good opportunities, but they just can't finish it. They're maybe playing with their food a bit too much, going off the backboard looking for passes. They really need to start, get that killer instinct and just start putting it on the net. For Purple Phantoms, what they need to change,
Yeah.
I don't think much. They're playing pretty well.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of their opportunities, and they did have more shots at the end of that game, but if Nobu Specials had that immediate early pressure, they had so much pressure as well. Had they scored, this could have been a very different affair. As a lot of follows coming in, I'm noticing those follows. Let me thank you all before we get into our next game. Voltage is cool, and ZoomerKid7, thank you for the follows. All of you are absolutely amazing. The support means a lot. Make sure to go support Croutondust as well on his Twitch, Croutondust_. Because he'll be doing commentary as well. Yeah. Just gonna plug in those that Twitch there. Croutondust though does not, unlike me, does not have a Twitter, so you can boo him for that. Don't worry, he is here. He'll receive all boos, I'm sure.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna continue doing this, Crouton. I'm gonna continue nagging you until you get a Twitter account.
No, I might have to take your advice, but like you said, speaking of boos here, a bit scary. It's that time of season. Scary for Nobu Specials to not get the start they're looking for.
That's a classic. That's going to be a classic quote to remember. As Dupsy Hits coming out, he was the player. I don't think I ever said his name even once in the last game, and you can see that he doesn't like the car so much. He's going with a Scarab this time. Definitely an interesting car choice. He's so unconfident in his play that he's willing to play in the absolute worst car in the game to see if that will counteract it. See if 2 negatives does equal a positive. Dupsy in front. No shot there. Flying Narwhal going to turn in, and it was just too slow there from the Nobu Specials. No one jumping in. Posco was all the way back, so the shot was just going to be delayed from them and allow enough time that Phantom can come back upfield and get the first goal of the game from Fanksy Tank. Purple Phantom score first, once again.
Yeah, Purple Phantoms, like unlike last match where you were right and you said Nobu Special had most of the pressure and then the possession. This time it really has been all Purple Phantoms, and I do want to say I like the play from Dub to switch into a new car. Not maybe get fresh in his own mind, but also maybe make the opponent think, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, he's doing the literal flake strategy. All he needs to do is add that cockroach stopper from season 8, and he will absolutely live in the name of flakes. Maybe get a, and I'm sure if you guys remember anything about Flakes in Season 8, he was the one that scored the musty flick in a Proteus, so anything is possible with dumb-looking cars. Scarab included. He did play in that car as well in that season, although he did not score a musty flick with it. He did. I don't actually know how well he did in his Scarab game, but it is fun to see as demos coming across from Purple Phantom, but moving to the defenders, and this is where it can become a bit scary. You talked a lot before this series about the demos that Nobus can inflict on their opponents. Well, right now, Purple Phantoms are the ones winning that demo game, but there haven't been a lot of them. And as I say that, Dub C getting the shot, Flying Narwhal to put in the follow-through. Who needs demos when you got overwhelming pressure like this? Pascal forces out the triple commit. Dub C makes all the players fly up, and Flying Narwhal to put in the finisher. A play executed well by the Nobu Specials. They get their first goal of the series after... Let me just take a quick second. After 6 minutes, 40 seconds.
Boy, all hands on deck for that one, too. That was I would call that a 3-piece. I think it might be a 3-piece on a technicality, but that's the kind of play that they need. But it's also, it's a bit dangerous to have all 3 players commit like that. If that would have gone wrong even slightly, it might have been ended in disaster for Nobu Specials, but they did make good on it. And you're right when you said Purple Phantoms have really been the ones getting the demos. I'm surprised, really. Like, demos are such a big part of the Nobu Specials playbook. I really haven't seen them as almost a shot there from Narwhal.
Maybe they're just facing too much pressure. A lot of teams, when they do face a team that is really difficult, they kind of shut down some of their plays that may make them really strong. As Dubsy hits, that was definitely an open net there, and he misses that one. Nobu Specials had an opportunity to take the lead in this game, but it is for Purple Phantom to clear, and Nobu Specials just seems like over time they are starting to get more and more possession, but now they have to play a little bit of defense. Pazka with no boost. Frank Z Tank is waiting, and to put it in the corner is Frank as Crusher. Can't beat out Dub C. Dusty Dumpster going off the sidewall looking for a pass in field. Frank Z Tank wasn't in position for that, but if he was, that would have been a deadly play. That one's almost in. Dusty Dumpster saved by Pazka. And this Nobu Specials team's going to have to rely on the back of Pazka to get a lot of those saves on the goal line. Again, we said he was the most defensive player. We're hitting a lot of our points pretty well. That he is that defensive rock for this team. He's the one that sits pretty far back. And if he has to make a save, a lot of times he'll make it. But this is not one of those times. Frank Z Tank will score again.
This one was just in no man's land for Nobu Specials. You saw Narwhal was up there. It hit the crossbar, unfortunately. I think it might have saved it if the crossbar was intangible there and the ball might have passed through. But once that one, it got caught between bounces for both Narwhal and Pazka. Just an unfortunate spot for that shot to be. Good shot, though, from Purple Phantoms. Really make the defense, nothing they could do. It was a really well done shot.
Yeah, for Purple Phantoms, their shooting has been pretty strong this series as well. They have not had too many like really bad shots where you have to mention like it's a bad shot. So far, all the shots they've had, the ones on target, have all been very well placed. It's been threatening. Although, as I say that, Frank Z Tank's trying to put one across. I don't know if that was meant to be a shot. Looked like it might have tried to be some sort of just pressure, added pressure again. Purple Phantoms just continuing to add more. They are leading by 1. This game is very, very close. Like the last one, it does feel like Nobu Specials are just missing that extra bit. And you know what? Dubsy Hits may have just gotten them that extra bit. He just bought them a goal here. That's high up this game.
Good shot from Dub there. Good play, good power, good placement with a Scarab, no less. Really good shot. That's exactly what they need. I'm hoping that might sort of rally the troops for Nobu Specials. If a Scarab can do it, then maybe the 2 Phoenix could help out too, you know?
I don't know if that's supposed to be an insult on all Finnick players, or if that's supposed to be a credit people who play Scarab, but as a Finnick myself, I hope it's the second part. Following Narwhal, going it away, looking for the second touch here. Dusty Dumpster waited back, got the dunk play. And Phantom getting a demo in front, a bump as well. Here comes Frank to score it. And that could be the go-ahead goal. Frank Z Tank, with 34 seconds remaining, off of the demo plays from his captain, Dusty Dumpster. A play that Dusty Dumpster knew could happen. He put his heart into it. He went all in for that. And he removed both defenders on the goal line. That is how you destroy a team.
That is a really, really impressive demo, and it was a demo and a bump. Really, really good offense, off the ball offense, you might call it. Like, you can't overlook that kind of stuff. You know, that play doesn't happen out that demo and that bump. Super, heads up play from Dusty Dumpster.
And that's the stuff that you don't pay attention to in Rocket League. So many people, you kind of auto lock onto that ball, try to see, kind of see what the player's doing with the ball. But the things that you do off the ball, those rotations, that is the real difference maker. Purple Phantom, again, a bit of a mistyping there, takes game 2, and now they're up 2-0 on the Nobu Specials in 2 games that were definitely close, but at the end, Purple Phantoms do pull away. Nobu Specials, they have to now make a reverse sweep in this series.
Yeah, no, this is the matches are close, but it almost just seems like it's close only on the scoreboard, because on the field, Nobu Specials is kind of getting knocked around a little bit, especially with those demos and bumps, pretty literally getting knocked around. But also, they just can't get what they want going. Like you said, they're hitting the back wall. Anytime they're on offense, it kind of ends in a bit of disappointment. I know for a fact this Nobu Specials team, has what it takes to put those on net. They just haven't quite got it rolling yet. They've got, at this point, 5 minutes to find it, but I'm confident that they're going to figure it out. and probably reverse sweep. I'm gonna call it super early.
My goodness, Crouton. Calling the reverse sweep. Now, we'll see if this is just another one of those caster curses that he puts on teams. As Dusty Dumpster can't get a touch there. Puska bringing it back in front of his own net. Really dangerous here. As Purple Phantom actually had a chance to score with that 50-50. Flying Narwhal. And Crusher's just going to clear it back here. And a lot of what has worked for Purple Phantoms has been those run-in demos, those off-the-ball plays, as you said. That's what won them the last game. And that's what they've been using more and more in Game 2. That's why they were such an explosive team, pun intended, on the field. As you can see, more demo plays, but Flying Narwhal with a long clear. Crusher on the goal line. Saves it with a little bit of help from the fourth man. Dubsy hits Dusty Dumpster to clear. And that one was close to being the first goal. Nobu Specials have not been able to score first in any of these games. You think if they can do that, if they can manage to get that first goal, that could be like kind of the primary start to their success. But they still need to get that goal, and that has not been any easy feat. Purple Phantoms, as you just saw, only a few moments ago, have a very, very staunch defense.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, Narwhal had a really good shot on that net. Like it was going in fast. But Crusher, I've been more and more impressed by Crusher each match. It feels like the camera's always on that player there. They're always doing something important, whether it's a save, a goal, even a bump or anything. Crusher's been a very impressive player for Purple Phantom.
And what is happening in the chat? Chat is going wild. Goodness. I do love that chat is going wild. Thank you guys so much for showing your support for your team. I absolutely love it. As Rocket League Octane coming in with the 2 bits. Now I'm number 1 in bits. Nice one there, Octane. I like your pettiness. I do like your pettiness. That's the kind of stuff I appreciate. As right now, Nobu Specials held into their own half. Purple Phantom trying to end this series in 3 games and only 3 games. As Prussia towards the wall, Dubsy hits, gets the save. Nobu Specials just can't release this ball. Dusty Dumpster. As Zuma Kid coming in with 2 more bits. As Purple Phantoms once again just adding more and more pressure. This one's in front. And all of the players of Nobu Specials were sitting in their own final third there for a few seconds. Definitely worrying for them that they're pushed back so far.
Yeah, no, Nobu Special is sort of getting buried in a mess of offense there from Purple Phantoms, but you see, I don't know, Dub is in a different car yet again for this match. He's in an Octane now. He's cycling through them. One of them is going to work, and I think it's going to be this one, is when Narwhal takes it offensive, but like, man, Purple Phantom's defense, even at midfield, they just don't let him get anything going.
Yeah, I know you want to see a close series. We as casters love Game 5s. But the players definitely don't want it, and Purple Phantom, you can see, they're definitely fighting to not have that, as so many bits coming in through. Crusher can't get through, as we're gonna get, and thank you all for the bits. Zuma Kid with the bits. Rocket League Octane donating more bits. You all are so nice for the bits. As Zuma Kid also donated twice, actually, so massive thanks to all of you. The donations are greatly appreciated, although not necessary. And again, thank you guys so much for your support. It means a lot, but we've been talking a lot about how well the Purple Phantom team has been playing, and I know you've been definitely talking about how you're waiting to see if Nobu Specials can emerge, but so far no goals have been scored. 1 goal might just be the difference maker in this game.
I think you're right, and that might be it. No, Crusher, once again, I was talking about Crusher. Good save from Crusher.
Yeah.
I want to say about Nobu Specials, well, it was just a few seconds ago, their 50s are coming in strong. At one point, Dub was in the air for 2 50s, won both of the 50s. They might have to kind of rely on some 50s to get something going, because they're getting beat at the midfield pretty consistently for Purple Phantom.
Yeah, but yet they still hold this pressure. And the reason they do that is because of the times where they don't have to go into 50-50s. They wait far back, they let the clears come to them. They know the Nobu Specials are running out of boost, and they're definitely feeling a bit of the nerves, as they do know that their series life is on the line. As it is in front, Puska will score. It took a very long time, but we do get our first goal of the game, and it does come from the Nobu Specials. I was just talking about how they were running on so little boost, having to play so much defense. Well, they finally are able to turn it around in their favor, and they get a goal as I think Octane now donating 6 bits as well. Looks like Nobu Specials might have a little bit of fight left in them.
It's true, and just like in the game 1, they had a goal that was very similar. It was sort of an all hands on deck. All 3 players were down there in some form or another. it seems like if they want to score, they've got to have all 3 players going. They might be able to capitalize on that. Is a dangerous one there. Ooh. Oh, it is gonna
it's
be
like,
that 3 things happened there. It was gonna be a shot, then he missed the shot, but what a mess.
yeah, that's the best way you can describe it. A mess in front of the blue nets, and the Purple Phantom team loves that. Chaos almost always favors the offense in that situation. As defense, you want it to be boring. You want it to be boring, you want it to be easy, and you want it to be very predictable. If you're on the offense, it's the exact opposite. You want to make it where your defense is gone from the field, is demoed away, is struggling, is flopping around like a fish. Literally anything chaotic will favor the offense in that. It will almost always favor the offense in that situation, but this game is tied at 1. Nobu Specials, they took the early lead, but Purple Phantoms were able to pull it back once again. The Purple Phantom, it seems like their game plan is always being able to pull back a little bit if they have to. Sometimes they get kind of those gold droughts, but they always do come out of it looking pretty strong. As we do go to Game 3 overtime. And for Purple Phantoms, this is to win their series. Nobu Specials, this is to just keep it going, keep it alive.
Oh yeah, it's do or die time for Nobu Specials, and I'm hoping that they can do, because not only do I like Nobu Specials, but I also don't want this match to end. This one's fun to watch. I'd like to see more from these players, and to do that, I'm gonna have to count on the boys over at Nobu Specials to get this overtime in the bag.
My goodness, Crouton, you're acting as if you're like their substitutes. My goodness, I've never had a caster so biased before. Oh my goodness, man. But you still have to give credit to how well the Phantom team has played, although that one was very close to going in against them. How well they've been able to play on their offense. Their shooting has been very strong, except for this game. This game has been a little bit tougher for them, but their shooting's been very strong, and they've been able to create really good opportunities for themselves.
Oh yeah, Purple Phantom has been really, really impressive this entire, all 3 matches so far. Like you said, their offense has really been a strong point, but also their defense, they're just not letting Nobu Specials through. Good demo there from Posca. Is Narwhal there to... Oh, no.
I was going to add that the fact they had no defense means that Nobu Specials might be able to score there, but they missed that opportunity. And that might be one to haunt them as this one going back. It's going to bounce off the wall. Really awkward in front for Phantom. Franksy Tank, he overspun his car. And he's so fortunate that one was read by absolutely 0 people in front of that net, because had anybody on Nobu Specials gotten on top of that, that would have been the one to end it, or at the very least, could have been a really strong opportunity to win it. But my goodness, it's been really close. As Nobu Specials trying to make this series more competitive. As we hit 2 minutes in overtime, Crouton, so far, it seems like both teams have not let up at all. No teams have really backed down on the pressure that overtime brings.
Oh, they have not backed down at all. In fact, I'd say it's the opposite. This lobby seems a bit faster than it was in regulation, especially from the demo standpoint. That's not in, is it?
Oh my goodness, we almost had a clear goal to end it. Crouton, that would have been probably one of the most anticlimactic ways to end a series ever. Having just a massive clear goal. And sadly for Posca, that is not the first time that's happened on him. He didn't get a clear goal, but we've seen a couple clears just go right over his head, to the point where he's put himself in aggressive positions and he's not able to react quickly enough to the ball in front of him. And in overtime, any sort of overcommit mistake like that can cost your team.
Absolutely, yeah, and you don't want to be the player to make that one singular mistake either. So I'm surprised at how fast this lobby is moving. Usually, especially around this rank, overtimes are a bit slower, a bit more calculated. These players have all seemed to speed up. Nice demo there from Posca. Can they convert on this? This is a good opportunity.
Yeah, and this is where the demos...
Purple Phantom defense.
And this is where the demos become useful, because we are seeing more demos coming from Nobu Specials than Phantom. Phantom has gone for, I don't think they have any demos in this overtime. Nobu Special, we just saw the one there from Posca, and that is not his first in this overtime. So we're definitely going to be paying attention to how that will affect this series, as slowly but surely it has been Nobu Specials to take control, but no goals yet. This is a long overtime, and I just recently had a 7-minute overtime in the last series I commentated for, the Skyward series, between 2 teams, as that one was also in Game 5, so this one, though, has a lot of pressure on the line for Nobu Specials especially, but for Phantom, Purple Phantom, if they lose this, that could be a huge blow to their momentum. And no team wants that, especially when you're up so high in the series, knowing that you're just that little bit away from ending it all.
Oh yeah, it's true. And again, I have to point out the defense of Purple Phantom. Like Nobu Specials has got offense for days, but it's just no sweat for Purple Phantom to get it away. These three players really are incredible. Another demo there. Look at that Dusty Dumpster really taking players off the field. Posca's got a ball offensive though. But look, there's Crusha to just clear it away. And it's a big clear too. Hold on, Narwhal.
Russia just saved his team there. That marks the 12th shot for the Nobu Specials. On the other side, Purple Phantom have 11. This game has had no shortage of shots, but what it has had a shortage of is goals. Who is going to be the one to end this one? It has to end at some point. These teams can't possibly be thinking that this is very healthy for them. This has been such a long amount of time as we hit almost the 5-minute mark here as this one's in front. Dupsy hits to shoot it off the back wall. Crusher's waiting. And now we've just hit 5 more minutes of overtime. A whole extra game has been added onto this one just to see who will, just to see if one team will be able to keep their series hopes alive and the other one to end it here. As Crusher, that's not a very strong touch. First onto the scene is flying Narwhal, but Franksy Tank is there. Edge of your seat gameplay as both teams vying for that next opportunity. Because who knows, it could be the one to end it. And what's crazy is, we've not seen a lot of mistakes either. At this point, you think so many teams are so nervous that a mistake would happen. As their mistake was just made there, Dupsy hits will score, and the Nobu Specials are one game back in it, but as I was saying, there's no mistakes. Crusher went to the back wall. Dubsy hits just took it straight towards net. Crusher mismanaged the play in front of him, and the Nobu Specials will score off of it.
Yeah, and, with an overtime like that, I was gonna say, but the overtime ended before I got shot. I was gonna say every second that clock ticks, the nerves just build and build and build. By 5 minutes, you're feeling like every touch has to be perfect. The nerves can really inflate what's happening on the field. It really seems like all 6 players on that field were staying pretty cool and collected, which is really good to see. But even then, like you said, there weren't very many mistakes being made to even capitalize on. It was just one good play from Nobu Specials right at the end to end it out. And a good win, but really hard fought for 10 minutes for Purple Phantoms. What an overtime.
My goodness, yeah. No team. But the thing is, they definitely had chances to win it. But saying that, we are going to get a quick lobby reset because Nobu Specials have, I believe, requested that we reset the lobby. So it will be the same info, by the way, Crouton. If you, since you do need to know that, as I'm going to set it up literally right here. We get to game 4, and that was a long overtime for a long series. Nobu Specials use this to kind of springboard their advances.
Well, I personally, I'd like to see it because again, not because I'm biased, because I'd love to see a game 5. That's what I'll say. But no, that was super long overtime, and like you said, it was kind of contrary to what I usually see and usually experience myself in overtimes like that, where as the clock keeps ticking, you get more and more nervous, and every play is more and more important, so you make less decisions and even less smart decisions. But it really seemed like to me each player in there was playing better by the end of it.
Everybody in chat is saying you have a slight bias, which I mean you kind of do.
Well,
You know Flying Narwhal. He was his old captain. So
no, it's
yes,
yeah.
but overall, this series it's been exciting, and I know you've talked a lot about how you want to see Nobu Specials rebound. Well, they have. Can they continue this in Game 4? Because so many teams, they win Game 3, and then they completely collapse in the future, not knowing how to be able to continue doing the same thing they needed to. So, of course, we are going to have everybody back in as we are waiting for the Nobu Specials to join on up into Game 4. Chat, man, that was a tense series, but we're still here. We're still getting things going. And no problem, Franksy Tank. If you need a lobby reset, just let me know. You guys can lobby reset as many times as you need to, so long as so long as in the game nobody has scored or not or not over a minute in. And you can make a lobby reset so long as nobody scored and we're less than a minute into the game. Of course, let me know if you want a lobby reset. I'm perfectly fine with that. As everybody's in. Game 4, Crouton. How are you feeling, man? That was a long overtime in Game 3. Now we got 5 more minutes in this series. Will we see a change of pace from either of these teams after such a grueling overtime?
Honestly, I don't know if we'll see too much of a change because for both teams, if you're asking me, I don't know. Speaking of a pace change, quick goal there for the Purple Phantoms. Super quick, like contrary to the rest of the series, this is a quick lead. Like you said earlier, we're seeing no lack of pressure for either team. We are seeing a lack of goals. This game might be different. I think you might be a psychic. You were just mentioning maybe a change of pace, and already this game's drastically different from the one before.
Yeah, very surprised. Again, I was going to add that during that overtime, no team seemed to ever be weathered by the fatigue that they would have to, the control of the fatigue that they'd have to have in that series. But now in this one, we are seeing an early lead established by Purple Phantom. They're looking to try to add another one here. Crusher smashes it into the corner. Dusty Dumpster to follow, but can't beat out Dubsy hits. But it's okay. Franksy Tank puts that one in the corner. That was an opportunity. As he's going in, looking for heads to remove there. You can see a couple bump plays from Purple Phantom there. But they just can't have anything. They just can't get a goal from it. There was no follow-up as the other two players were going for boost, but oh boy, Posca. He's been playing so stellar on defense so far this series. That one, though, that really is not indicative of his performance tonight.
It's true, but I almost can't blame the defense for crumbling there. There was just bumps galore happening. I think at one point Franks went in there and hit two players with one bump, put them both upside down with bumps like that happening. It's not surprising the defense couldn't hang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Busk also looks like he may have panicked in that situation as well. Creating disorder like that causes defenses to panic, not really trust each other as much. And really, a good test of how strong your defense is how well you do whenever your team is not fully organized, whenever your team is having to run around and get a couple saves, not really on a whole lot of boost. That's really a good test for how these teams play. And so far for Nobu Specials, they failed in that test. Specifically as they're going to get scored again. Crusher. And right now, Purple Phantom, they're coming with the Fury. They were very unhappy. They lost Game 3. And now in Game 4, they're trying to make this one just out of reach.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time 3 goals have been scored for a single team in this series.
Yeah, I believe. I don't believe so. I believe we had a game that went 3-2 for Purple Phantom.
Well, this certainly has to be the first.
It's the first time we've had a first time we had a 3-goal lead in this series. That's for sure. I can definitely confirm that. As Nobu Specials, getting off to less hot of a start than the Purple Phantoms are, and the Purple Phantom still looking for more goals. Again, trying to add more and more to this lead that they have, make it an ever bigger statement that they really truly do deserve to win this series. Puska brings it to the corner. Dusty Dumpster, a light touch. As Flying Narwhal in front, looking for a second one. Can't get the dunk on Crusher. And that is a lot of players committed for the Nobu Specials. They have to return back to defense.
Yeah, well, I was going to say Posca did a really good job getting all the way back on defense from being that far committed. Good way to get back there, but it's still not going their way. It's just like you said, they just can't put the finishing touches on any of this, whether it's because the offense just isn't there, or you know, Purple Phantom just has ridiculous defense for my money. I mean, especially Crusher, as the camera's on Crusher right now. Really strong defense and no slouch on offense either.
Yeah, Crusher's been a really interesting player to look at. Before the series, I believe, before the series, he actually had tracker issues where the tracker that was listed on the website was not the actual right one, as Pasa's going to score here and get one back for Nobu Specials. As I was saying about the play here from Crusher, yeah, his tracker wasn't actually updated properly, and he was able to fix that like earlier this week. And Purple Phantom is very happy that they did, because he is definitely playing extremely well this series, but Purple Phantom's not out of it just yet. There is still about 2 minutes remaining. And Nobu Specials definitely looking for a way to get back in. As Dubsy hits looking in front. Paska's waiting. Paska saved in the line by Pranksy Tank. And Purple Phantoms, once again, it's a repeating story. It's a broken record. They stand tall on the goal line.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just mentioning. Is like that offense from Nobu Specials. They were two or three like shot opportunities there, and they were all pretty darn good. But unscathed is the defense for Purple Phantoms. They just, like you said, they stand like a stone pillar. You can't topple them. They're too strong on defense. They're gonna have to find like go for demos is the only thing I could figure.
Yeah, I mean, when a defense is this good, it means that you're not. It means that you're gonna have to break them down in a different way. A flurry of shots has not been the way to do it. Demos could be the answer. And even when they go for the back wall, remember when Nobu Specials started off this series, they went exclusively for the back wall. Well, now that option is covered by the Purple Phantom team, and they're just learning from everything that Nobu Specials are doing, and they're saying, whatever you do, we have an answer, and we'll make sure to use that answer against you. As they get one more clear, Purple Phantom. Only 30 seconds remaining now. Just need to close out the series by holding this lead. As Flying Narwhal in front. Posca's waiting. As you can see, Frank C. Tank coming back. Definitely one of the more aggressive players of this team, Frank C. Tank. As he scored 2 of the goals in this game. And those 2 goals have been the lead. Have marked a part of the lead that they have. And that lead might carry over. As this one's still in front. Nobu Special's looking just for one more. But that one won't go in. There's no time remaining. They're down by 2. It's theoretically impossible. Nobu Specials, they fought hard to get back in Game 3, but in Game 4, Purple Phantoms brought the boom against them.
Bit of shenanigans there at the 0-second mark from Posca. The rest of Nobu Specials, but wow, I am blown away from this team, Purple Phantom. This was an unknown team to me coming into this. I've got to say, especially Crusher. I'm surprised to see Crusher on the bottom of the leaderboard there. All series long, all 4 matches, it seems Crusher did 1, 2, or even 3 things that really, really impressed me, even as a player, not just as a commentator. With a lineup like that, I mean, all 3 players for Purple Phantom, really, really strong players in each of their own rights. And when you bring them together and they can really start playing like this, it's not super surprising to see it. They come out on top over Nobu Specials.
Yeah, they definitely the first few games were definitely because of their shooting ability being just so strong, but later on it became them just being able to be just that little bit better, have that little edge, have especially those demos as well. That came in handy for them as the series went on, and that's kind of a big part of that's kind of a big reason why they're playing just so well. It's because they are just able to take those demos, remove the defense, and make life very difficult for Nobu Specials. But that will end this series. A great 3-1 win. As here comes a follow in from Crusher. Thank you for the follow, Crusher. Nice mic. I have the same one. Yeah, I know. It's the Quadcast S. It's a great mic. It's an amazing mic. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. I've used it for the entire amount of time I've been streaming. It's absolutely incredible. But of course, now we do have to say to Crouton, thank you so much for joining me, man. Hopefully you have an amazing night. I know you said you may not be able to make it later.
Yeah, I don't think I will be able to stick around for the next match you've got coming up, unfortunately.
Yeah, of course, man. But it was a lot of fun, man. Any shoutouts do you have before we go to that commercial break?
Not necessarily any shoutouts, but I hope the players for Purple Phantom are still in the chat. You guys were incredible. You guys played really well. Again, I might have been a little bit biased coming into this one for Nobu Specialist, but you guys really had a heck of a game, all 3 of you. I was super impressed by Crusher as well. Super impressive stuff, and I can't wait to see and maybe if I can catch your next game or anything for the Skyward series.
Yeah, of course, as we do. Of course, it's been an absolutely magnificent series to have with you, Crouton. Hopefully we get more in the future, as I do see Team Ignition coming in. They will be featured in the next series here. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a Blackline Championship Series action. 2 teams that can both qualify to the next round, to the next stage of the qualifiers. It's a lot of qualifiers in one sentence, but of course, Crouton, thank you so much, man. Have an amazing evening. Of course, as our next series will be Team Ignition versus Escape Velocity Phoenix. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. Team Ignition's coming in with a follow. We're gonna go to a quick break, but when we're back, the action will be coming straight to you from the sportiest stream. Hello, Team Ignition. Yes, I am here. We're currently in a break. Don't worry. I'll see you guys in 3 minutes, okay? Okay? Also, the goat is, there's a lot of goats in this world. I would not consider myself one of them. But there's goats of everything. But, you know, thanks for the compliment, though. I'm not the best at taking compliments, as you can probably notice. But again, thanks for the nice compliment. We'll see your team play very soon. Thank you for the follow, Sam is casting. Welcome to this video stream. We'll be underway in just about 30 seconds. Welcome back. One more match tonight, everybody. And it is Black Line Championship Series action here. It is going to be a Team Ignition versus Escape Velocity Phoenix. Before we do that, let's take a quick look at our schedule. The two matches we had. Sorry, the match we had earlier today, the two matches we have on this, obviously, but we had a match earlier today. Nobu Specials versus Purple Phantom. Purple Phantom were able to win 3-1 overall. Now we got Team Ignition, Escape Velocity Phoenix taking to the field. Winner of this will progress into Stage 2 of the qualifiers. It's 2 a.m. for Blackwood. Hello, Blackwood. I recognize your name. How you doing? Yeah, man. So it must be rough living in Europe, but thank you for pulling through, making it here. Really impressive. I must say, really, really impressive that you were able to do it. As the info is going to be sent to both teams here. They both now can join. As, again, this is Black Line, and whoever wins this will be progressing to Stage 2 as one of the high seeds. So this is a really important series for both of these teams. If I were to pull up the bracket, which might take myself a quick second, I could tell you who else has played, who they've played, who else is up there. Let me just take a quick look at the group. They are both in Group A. Along with these two teams, the other two teams up here is Team Chillakilla and Aura Esports up at the top. And And I believe Chilikila Aura has not been scheduled yet. I could be wrong. It might have actually already been scheduled. It has not been scheduled, so who knows? Maybe we'll pick it up soon enough. But yeah, massive series here for these two teams because the winner of this will be moving to stage 2 as one of the high seeds. As yeah, you're not wrong. A lot of the subs of Team Ignition playing, obviously having some players jump in later on in the season with Frosty and DTR. Both of them will be playing alongside Wall, who's making his return after not making it in for week 2. Alongside Eevee Phoenix, playing with Awash, Spragu, and Miggy, with DJ as their substitutes if they need him. Yeah, for these teams, they could progress to being one of the top seeds as. Yeah, because Ignition has only dropped 1 game so far. That one was last week to OK Twiz on the other side. And then they were able to sweep Circuitry Gaming Blue in round 1. For Phoenix, they were able to sweep Falling Sky Esports. And after that, they were able to get a 3-1 win over Galactic Polaris. So both these teams have the exact same game differential. Let's see. They're going to put those kind of records behind them now. This truly tells us who's going to be in the better team here. As we do have a best of 5 series coming up to you all. As we do hopefully get both teams joining the lobby. I have pinged them both with their info, so they should be joining any moment now. As I need to get that prediction poll going as well. Vote for who you think will win. I know a lot of you in there are Ignition fans, but I want to see if there's some Eevee Phoenix fans in here. Escape Velocity fans joining us tonight. I know Ignition comes in pretty strong. But what about Escape Velocity Phoenix? Another massive organization. Definitely interested to see how they will show up. We have not seen this Escape Velocity Phoenix team play yet, so this will be our first viewing of them. As we see what these two teams got against each other. As yeah, I'm with you, Blackwood. It should be a great series here to watch. As again, this will be the last series of the night. After this, we will be ending the stream. But for right now, man, I'm hyped. I think I said this earlier today to the Ignition players, but I'm feeling amazingly today. I went to the gym. I have a lot of energy left in me, so this is going to be a massive series for both these teams, and I'm super excited for this. I have no clue who's going to win. Again, I haven't seen Eevee Phoenix play, but I think who they're playing against. This is going to be. I expect this to be a very pretty close series between both these teams. I say that a lot, though. And at the end of the day, it depends who plays their best on the day. I do have the message from Ignition that they have now officially joined the lobby. As both these teams have had their fair share of difficult opponents. Again, Ignition had to play Circuitry Blue and OK Twiz, whereas Phoenix had to play Galactic Polaris and as well as Falling Sky. As hello everybody coming in. Yeah, we are getting votes coming in. You still have 3 minutes left if you want to vote for who you think will win. As yeah, here comes the players in for Ignition. They're registered. The roster that they have registered for tonight is Wall, Frosty, and DTR. Obviously, they can make substitutions if they feel like they need to. But for them, they're going to hope that they don't have to. They're going to hope that this roster will be able to do the work that they need to get themselves into Stage 2. And try to become one of the best in the Blackline Championship Series. On the other side, Eevee Phoenix in the exact same position. As we are waiting for them, they'll be joining soon enough. As we continue to have kind of this excitement of who in the we have no clue who's going to we have no idea who's going to I have no clue who's going to win. I know a lot of you might have your opinions, but for me, on my unbiased view, I have no clue. I've never seen Eevee Phoenix play, but this game one definitely will be telling to see what team really is going to be that strong team, the one that we have to focus on. Of course. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun there, Spray Girlfriend. As again, we are still waiting for the Eevee Phoenix squad to join. It is now officially match time, so We are actually going to get a message here from them. I think that they're literally joining right now. Using all the time they have to get themselves in. Of course, they have as much time as they need up to this point, and a little bit of extra. I think they have a good amount of time. I think that, yeah. Again, I hear from Spragu that he is ready to join. So I assume that they will be joining in at any second. As again, for Escape Velocity Phoenix, they do have a couple minutes after this time. I believe it's 10 or 15 minutes. It might be 15 minutes, but I could be wrong. But of course, this is such an important series for both these teams. Player with the most goals in the series prediction. Oh, you guys want to do a prediction on who has the most goals? Oh, that's gonna be fun. If you all want to do that prediction on your own, that's fine. I sadly can't do a second prediction poll. But I have no clue who's going to score the most goals. Although I believe last week, Frosty and DTR both had a ton of goals when they were playing with Sophie. When they took down OK Twiz, 3 games to 1. But I believe it was a Spaceman sweep? I believe it was a Spaceman sweep. Man, my brain does not go back that far. My brain does not go back that far. Again, we are still waiting for Escape Velocity Phoenix to join. As again, we are making sure that we can get everybody here, everybody in the lobby, so that we get our series to go. As now we've gotten it, Spragu went to the bathroom, so that's why they've been having a bit of difficulty. They are taking a tactical poop. I don't blame them. Maybe we'll see Team Ignition do the counterplay to that and do the tactical poop. Anyways, let's not get too dirty in this stream. Here we go, and there they are. They're joining now. As we do have Awash, Migs, and Spragu joining in for our series, a best of 5 Ignition versus EV Phoenix. And let's hear that hype from all of you in the chat. Make sure to get those final predictions in before the poll closes. I believe it already is closed anyways, but get your final thoughts in. Here we go. It's a best of 5 series. First to win 3 games. Those 3 games can get you to stage 2, and maybe even the top seed in this division. It's game 1 on Manfield Night. Ignition on the blue. Escape Velocity Phoenix takes to the orange. As Spragu, immediate shot, Wall's there to save it. Already off to early pressure. Spragu heard a lot about his name before this series. He might be a player to focus on, as Frosty in front. DTR was looking for the redirect that prevented Wall from progressing any further. Ignition. And last series that they played against OK Twiz, they were definitely not the fastest team in that series. I do remember that series. They were coming in not as a fast team, but as a team that won the 50-50s, won the midfield challenges, and was able to keep themselves going, keep that kind of pressure going, even when it seemed like their hope was dwindling. They still had a lot in them left. Ignition is a team you have to continue to fight until the very end. Velocity Phoenix, though, trying to get themselves on an early lead. So far, it is them who have taken control of this series. Wall to clear. ETR is trying to make a follow-up. Ignition. Cut off there in the midfield. Migs. Wall still waiting back, but he has no boost left now. Has to kind of wait play on Spragu. Was still trying to get a touch past him. Wall not leaving the play. A lot of players with low boost will leave the play, expect that Spragu's just going to clear it to their own team, but instead, Wall just continued to go for 50-50s. Now Wall, with some boost, gets bumped away. He was looking for a double tap solo play. It wasn't there for him. As this one across forces a double commit from EV Phoenix, but the bounce will favor Spragu to get that clear. Frosty waiting back will boom this one from the corner. As Spragu going for the demo, I don't think he knew that his team is already back on defense. The transition from Ignition, so speedy. As Migs flick past one wall, 50 here by Migs. In front is DTR. Saves Ignition here. But only for the moment. Frosty's bumped away. He'll be coming back in maybe the next minute. Who knows? He was bumped a very far distance as Wall looking for the second touch. Going to keep it in front for DTR. DTR now looking for Frosty. Ignition trying to follow up every single touch they make on offense. So far, it's just been cut away by EV Phoenix. Phoenix have done their diligence in being able to stay on top of that play as much as possible. As Migs off the ceiling, looking for the ceiling shot! It's Migs to do it! It's EV Phoenix in the lead as Migs, with so little boost. I believe when he got up to that point, he had less than 20 boost remaining. You see, he uses every single little bit to get that shot on target. It's Migs to score first for EV Phoenix. What a start! And a highlight goal as well. Maybe we'll see more of that from him. Wall looking in front for Frosty. DTR trying to come in through with the final, but Awash is there to clear it away. Ignition reading each other well, but not fast enough. It's Escape Velocity Phoenix that have been able to win a lot of these challenges, the necessary ones especially. But this one in front, DTR with that boomer, and that will be a tie game. Not as pretty as the first goal of this game, that's for sure, but it's a very well thought out play here from Frosty and DTR. Frosty going ahead playing in force to get rid of the final defender, and DTR just putting on a shot just out of reach. Ignition just like that, with the snap of your finger, is already back in this game. Wall. That one not on target. DTR to keep it midfield, but no challenge there. No, there actually will be a challenge from Frosty, but it's delayed. EV Phoenix has offense. Migs off the back wall. It's free for him, and he will score from it. Ignition. A confusing series of events, I must say, as DTR fumbles on the back wall, and a couple pre-jump plays don't work in their favor. Ignition did not set up in time. And it seems like EV Phoenix just a step ahead right now in this game. They're leading by one. And it feels like they're out-pressuring Ignition. Frosty down the wall. Here's the passing plays from Ignition. This is what they can use to try to take this series. Although they have not been able to connect on a lot of them. Frosty. Out to DTR. DTR looking cross for Wall. A 1-2-3 passing play. And Ignition. Exactly as they drew it up. Frosty to DTR. DTR across to Wall. And Wall slots it home. Escape Velocity Phoenix caught biting at the dust there. As that play circled around them. Chef's kiss on that one. Absolutely magnificent from Ignition. DTR with the 50-50. Looking for an early kickoff play as well. Migs with the ball close. A great touch as well. He forces Wall to have to sit further back. Awash, that touch just too far ahead of him. DTR will get the clear away. Spragu. Gonna bounce favorably. Only for Ignition though. And just Wall's shot. Long one. Migs is waiting on the line. DTR coming in. He can't put it home. Ignition. Trying to turn up this offense. Trying to turn this offense up to 11. It's Escape Velocity Phoenix with a chance here. DTR can't get the save. It will be Frosty to do it. And Migs takes the boost. Frosty can't challenge here. It's in front. Free shot for Spragu. It's Wall to stand tall. As his name suggests, playing the defense. Awash to the corner. DTR has to win that challenge. It's not really what he wanted, but it's fine. Migs can't put the shot on target there. Spragu trying to get a chance. Wall did not read that one properly. He gets some piece of it. Ignition now on so little boost. Last series we saw them play against OK Twiz. They're really good at breaking out. This series they're going to need to do the same thing. Frosty DTR still hooking up for passing plays out of defense. Migs with the clear. Wall waiting back last second. Migs still on it. In front Wall. And DTR, one of them's going to challenge it. Awash can't touch it. It's Wall to keep it close. Wall last second. It's Wall at 0. Ignition have done it. Game 1. At the last possible moment, Wall played the dribble game, and he shot that one right over Spragu's head. Ignition win it. They don't even need overtime. It's a Game 1 victory. And And they were under so much pressure as well at the end of that game. It felt like they had zero boost in their tank. And yet they found a way to break out. Wall had that one opportunity, and he spent it perfectly. What a dribble from Wall. Absolutely beautiful play from Ignition. They've scored some really nice team play goals, but that one there, all credit to Wall at the end, getting that last goal to win it. And that's game 1 to Ignition. They went down early, very similar to their last series, might I add. But they were the ones to win. They came back. And in highlight fashion, Wall scores with 0 seconds remaining. Ignition looking to repeat here in game 2. They're one step closer to getting themselves into stage 2. But for EV Phoenix, Escape Velocity Phoenix, they'll be that one just a bit of a blip on the road for them. They did have a lot of great pressure. They were the ones to keep Ignition sitting back. Ignition does play a defensive style, so good on Escape Velocity Phoenix for noticing that, for catching that and taking advantage of the fact that Ignition does sit further back. Ignition, what really helped them there? Well, sure, it was a solo goal to win it. It's team play that has been the kind of the name of the series for them. As DTR has to avoid a demo. Spray goo to the back wall. Wall sitting a bit further back, but Awash doesn't challenge. Wall's the clear. DTR, early challenge. Leaves it in front for Wall. Wall off the crossbar. And Frosty sitting back, gonna line up for this one. Wind it up, but he just missed the target. Migs, shot, trying to get a dunk play on DTR. Maybe used a bit too much boost in doing so. This one dropping in front for Frosty. Frosty, Wall looking to follow through. In front for Phoenix. And Migs missed the open net. Still in front. Spaggy will score this one. Escape Velocity Phoenix. I thought they wasted their opportunity there with that whiff from Migs. But he was still able to get that one in front for Spraygoo. And just like last game, it is Escape Velocity Phoenix in the lead. Now they just need to hold it. Over time, that lead slipped away from them. Until Ignition were able to win again at 0 seconds. They're hoping that this time it's a little bit different. They now have 2 goals. Ignition, this is where that defensive style can hurt them. No challenge on Awash in his solo play, and if he's able to get space like that against Ignition, there's no way anyone's going to stop him. Ignition now down by 2. And for Ignition, this has been a absolutely tumultuous start for them. It's only going to get worse as well. DTR needs to clear those, and you saw he went for the catch there, but it hit off the top of his car. DTR, where's the trap door when you need it? That is a deer in headlights moment. He's all alone, and he makes a huge error. EV Phoenix now up by 3, and they're just going to add more and more. This is why that defensive playstyle from Ignition can be so scary, because if they aren't able to kind of get themselves a good start, a good lead, it can be tough for them to bounce back. But if there's any team that can do it, it can be Ignition. As you see Frosty there from way up high. Bang! Off the ground and in. Ignition now 1 goal back. Frosty. That one's going to be through Awash. There's not a lot of boost left on the field for most of these players. Wall in front. Here comes DTR. That touch is way too weak. And Awash, in a way, he technically pre-jumped that one, but was able to correct himself in the air. Migs keeps it away. Gets the 50 on Wall as well. A great play to break out. DTR, though. And Ignition just trying to get some space here. Some breathing room against this EV Phoenix side as Frosty in front. He hits it to the corner. Allowing Wall to come on through and look for an option in field. Spraygoo doesn't read it. It's really awkward in front. But Ignition didn't read the play either. And now they go for their play. DTR down to Frosty. I don't think DTR planned that one. As Frosty looking in front, looking for the bump play. Ignition willing to play that kind of aggression if they find it. And a lot of it has come from Frosty being able to just look for a player to get off the field. At the very least, bump. But it's not enough for Ignition, not yet. They're still 2 goals behind. And with this EV Phoenix side breathing down their neck, that 3-goal lead could be reinstated. As A-Wash. Hard clear. DTR doesn't read it, and this gives us a chance for Escape Velocity Phoenix. Spray Goo. Dunked away by Frosty. Ignition. Less passing plays here. Much more just on getting offense, holding offense. Trying to get a play style that they think could be the one to win this series. As Frosty was waiting relatively far back. Can't beat A-Wash for this. DTR isn't willing to challenge. He's gonna let Wall shoot. That is open for Wall to follow. And he misses wide left. Ignition. A huge opportunity for them. Wall was not able to put in an admittedly difficult shot. As Wall gonna shoot this one. Migs on the line. Phoenix making the necessary saves. And the fact that they are up in this game means that they're going to be very happy to play a little more comfortable, play a game that they can play. A-Wash scores this. And I didn't really see this goal coming. DTR whiffs the ball, and Frosty slid on the back wall. That's why he couldn't get down for that save. It's little mistakes from Ignition this game. That's really making it look this one-sided. Escape Velocity Phoenix showing why they were looking so strong in Game 1. Why I definitely saw I saw their potential in Game 1. They still have a minute remaining. They just need to hold this one out. They're up by 3. Not too difficult for them. Frosty with the whiff and pass in front. Wall's going to clear. And Escape Velocity Phoenix not willing to try to get rid of the ball. As you see Ignition looking more and more towards this boom ball game. Escape Velocity Phoenix is absolutely eating up. Ignition, those passing plays from last game were the reason they won. Surprised that they haven't fallen back onto that. A-Wash. Get back by DTR. DTR gonna look for it himself. As you can see, more demo attempts coming in from Frosty. A-Wash will clear this one away. Wall's waiting back. Spray Goo. Looking for maybe another goal to add to the tally of Escape Velocity Phoenix. Game 2 will be theirs. They're going to tie up the series here. Make it a de facto best of 3, but... Ignition. The best thing they can say about this series about this game is that they have learned what Escape Velocity Phoenix is bringing to them. And they're bringing them a lot of aggression. Because Ignition still going to keep this ball up, but not for very much longer. EV Phoenix will let it drop. And that will end it, as we are asking for a server reset. We'll get one for them. We are going to get a new server for these teams, so give us a quick moment while we do this reset. There's a follow coming in from Young Savage. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Spodia Stream. Let me get us to Game 3 here. I'm going to get them to join back in. As yes, again, this is Game 3. Hello? Oh, hello, Sophie is there. Suffering from the sidelines. Oh, no. The series is tied up. As Ignition. That last game was a beatdown from EV Phoenix. Ignition's going to see if they can pull back, but EV Phoenix, they're going to try to continue this and get series point. This game, really important. Because the last games were important, this game is even more important. It's to determine who's going to have the advantage in this series. And who will have to win 2 games in a row. EV Phoenix trying to make it them, but Ignition trying to make it themselves as well. As A-Wash, oh, great spawn there from him. The only RNG in the game, and it helps out EV Phoenix a little bit here. As a demo coming in from Ignition, a double commit as well from 2 of their players. Frosty has to keep himself relatively grounded. He has no boost either, so not like he can really do much in the air anyways. A-Wash looking for a clear way, but Wall pinch in front. Frosty gonna hit it to the corner. Trying to make this awkward for EV Phoenix. And he is able to. Migs gets the save. A-Wash is there to follow through. A-Wash is the one to give credit. As EV Phoenix, with 2 players' efforts combined, Able to keep that one out. This one in front. Frosty clears it, but still Ignition. There's no one following through in this midfield, and that's what Eevee Phoenix likes to see. That's where they're setting everything up. That's where they're getting their chances, and that's where they could get their goals. Ignition, their challenges have been strong, but not where Eevee Phoenix have been placed. Awash coming on through off the corner. ETR, not the touch he wants. Awash going across. Wall can't make contact. Spray Goo! ETR with a light touch away. Migs dunked away by Wall. And Wall trying to make this some pressure for Ignition. And that touch from DTR in front for Frosty. And they change it! Ignition! And what's crazy about them is, I continue to say, they play so much defense. And it looks like they're going to get scored on, but their counterattack was so quick here. And their goal from Frosty, well placed. Doesn't matter how much defense they're playing if they're able to get their goals. Or at least I guess that's what they're saying. As a couple saves from Escape Velocity Phoenix will allow this game to only be a 1-goal difference. They can tie it up. So far, none of these teams have been shut out in a game, so I don't expect that trend to continue. Sorry, I expect that trend to continue. I expect that trend to continue. As well as... It looks like, just to me and my eye, Eevee Phoenix is on the cusp of getting a goal back. Just where will the pieces fit together, and how long will it take? Double commit from Ignition, but Wall can come on through with a shot. That one's not really is more of a touch than a shot. It really didn't make much aggression out of that one for Ignition, and they do reset DTR in front for Frosty to clear, and that one got a redirect off of a Eevee Phoenix player. As Wall down to Frosty, Frosty up high, DTR coming in with a lot of boost. Wasn't enough. Wall lets this bounce go through. Awash on Wall, and Wall might have been a bit nervous there, seeing how fast Awash got up to that one. Gets there just in the nick of time. Phoenix, this is the speed that they're trying to play at. They're trying to outpace Ignition. As Ignition going in for a couple demos. Wall with a clear DTR off the back wall. Tap down to Wall. Wall off the back wall himself. Frosty, and that one from Wall. He was just not able to get on top of that ball there. He hit too low, and that's why it went up so high. Ignition. Once again, we find that they're sitting back. Awash on Wall. Wall willing to challenge in the midfield here. And he wins it. DTR looking for a bump on Migs. Very good to clear. As Migs, another one to the other side of the field. DTR looking for a pass in front. Maybe it's a Wall. Wall finding Frosty. And Frosty has options in the midfield. And is instead just going to hit this one to the corner. Ignition holding on to this 1-0 lead, but you think they'd want to add another one. DTR in front. Awash is up to it first. He's been very fast in the aerial game, Awash, and he's in fact going to be fast with this shot, but DTR is there. Ignition survive a little bit longer. As we see demo plays coming in from Eevee Phoenix, that does leave their net vulnerable to a counterattack. Aggression does come at the cost of your positioning. Wall to keep it away, and he does reset. He's going to allow Frosty to come up. See if he can take some time here. Wall getting back. A demo on DTR means Wall has to challenge here. It goes across the net. Frosty misses the ball, but DTR is still on it. Wall has to come on through. He's the last one there, and so nervous in that situation would be him. As Awash in front, pinched away. Ignition, final seconds. Awash has no boost. Eevee Phoenix throwing everything they have at the net now. All Ignition need is one clear. At the very least now, they need to let the ball drop. Frosty booming it the length of the field. DTR gonna put it into the corner. And Frosty gonna let it drop. It's Migs to keep it up. Ignition just want it here to end. Awash to Migs. Migs demoed away by Frosty. This one in front. Awash challenged by Wall. Wall. This ball is still up, and now it drops. Ignition takes game 3, 1-0. The first shutout of the series. Ignition! My goodness, their hearts are pounding. That game was so incredibly close. Had a few things changed, any of the teams could have won it there. But it is Ignition to do it. That's what's difference maker. It's these small things. That counterattack goal from Ignition is the only one in this game, and that's the one to separate it. Ignition now are in the lead in this series, but they still need to win one more. That's easier said than done against a team like this. They're going to need to throw everything they have at that net. We do go to game number 5. Ignition. Playing close says, Galaxy Wolf here. Yeah, he redeemed the 1v1. Yeah, we will 1v1 after the series. That's how that thing works. So, hello back, Darth Galaxy. Yeah, we'll get the 1v1 afterwards. We'll do a best of 1 1v1 at the very end of the stream before we get that raid going. Ignition. This has been incredibly tense for them. I thought last week's match was close between them and OK Twiz, but this one, it's even closer. It's even tougher, and I guess that makes sense. They're at the high part of round 3. As they look to see if this will be their ticket to stage 2. Last game, only 1 goal was needed. This game, the storyline will unfold in front of us. Awash towards the net. Wall is there. He was chipped towards the ball. That made it a little more difficult for him. He gets a light touch away, Awash. Challenged immediately by Frosty. Frosty's not letting him go through. And here's the difference from Ignition. Challenging that midfield. He didn't do it in game 2, and that's part of the game that kind of got them killed. You can see in game 4, in game 3, and now in game 4, you can see holding no punches as they're trying to challenge a lot of what their opponents bring to them. Oh, but Awash, he's bringing them an absolutely magnificent solo play. Ignition, I was editing them at not challenging early, but this one they challenged a little too late here, and Awash sets up an amazing flick and bump play. Even with them not challenging immediately, they were still positioned really well for Ignition, but Awash does it all himself. Wall, the side wall, Frosty, solo play, flip reset. Not going to be helping him here, but still on it is Frosty. As DTR across the net. That one was close. Wall bumping out Sprague. He has none left. Awash with a free shot! And DTR had a player coming, hounding down on him, looking for that demo play. He still avoids it. 2v1 situations. Not what you want in a 3v3, but if you can rely on that one on your backfield, and the other team will have a lot of difficulties in offense. As a mistake here from Ignition. As DTR called off his teammate. Frosty just getting this one out. And a bump on Sprague will allow DTR to go to Frosty. Down to Wall. We've seen 3 passing plays before. But Wall's shot left a lot to be desired there. Ignition still on top. It's Wall to shoot. It is early, won't work. Sprague one-on-one, but without any boost, he has to hope that Frosty doesn't challenge him early. But Frosty read the play, and a scoop up to Wall! It's Ignition back! Not Sprague, my goodness. With Frosty! With a massive scoop over Miggs, and Wall dunk his way into the back of the net. Ignition tie it up 1-1. Awash. Phoenix, can they recover from that goal against them? It is still tied, but Ignition now with some real hope in them to end out the series here. Frosty in front, but he beats out DTR. Maybe it's a fake play. Wall also completely missed, and that should be a goal here. Oh my goodness, no, it's not. Phoenix doesn't score, and now they have to recover. Frosty trying to make this mayhem for Ignition, but escape velocity is back in time. Credit to their recoveries. But they missed what was the most open net we've seen so far in this tournament. Wall in front. Frosty on target. Just a little bit on the crossbar there. It was technically not on target, actually. So my bad on that one. You can all blame me. After the series, Frosty for Wall. Looking for that drop down to DTR. Ignition, when they get those passing plays going, They freeze up escape velocity Phoenix. But the problem is they need to get them going. That's the difficulty, is getting them going. But once they start to add more and more pressure, get more and more shots off this back wall, high up especially. Escape velocity Phoenix is now kind of trapped on their own end. But one thing they can do is they can still hold that boost. They can still challenge. Wall off the sidewall, looking for a follow-up. And Frosty was moving out of his net. That one went towards the blue side. That could have been a goal. Wall. No one waiting. Frosty wants to challenge, but gonna go back wall. DTR, too slow to read. It's A-Wash in. And Wall, every save mattering so much to these teams. At this point in the series, a lot on the line. Escape velocity cannot lose another game. Ignition would like to not have to go to Champions Field. As Wall, Spragu going to get past him. Migs to follow. Frosty, Boomer downfield. DTR is there. DTR is there. Straight from the midfield. DTR off of a massive clear pass from Frosty. Power to more power to speed. Ignition with what could be the go-ahead goal in this series. All they need to do is hold on to it, which is easier said than done against Escape Velocity Phoenix. Ignition still trying to see if they can get another goal. They won last game by a single goal difference. Do we see a similar storyline here? Ignition fighting heavily for every single goal they get. But now it relies on their defense. Can they hold their net strong? Can they keep their backline solid against Escape Velocity Phoenix, who, as we all know, could score at any moment? Wall off his corner. A-Wash is in! Wall is on his line! Oh my, A-Wash was on target! And Wall saved it! And Wall will score from that! Escape Velocity Phoenix, they threw the house at the blue net. And it doesn't work for them. Wall with the final save. And he's made so many clutch saves this series. Too many to count. Wall, I think that one has just guaranteed Ignition a spot in Stage 2. A-Wash sitting back, but there's no time remaining. Ignition, celebrations allowed. They're going to the second stage of the qualifiers. It's Wall to come in clutch again and again for Ignition. He scored that 0-second goal to win Game 1. He made the immaculate save in Game 4. He's made many saves across the series. He was instrumental to their success in Game 3. A success where they were only able to score once. Wall had to come up clutch on both sides of the field this series. Ignition, courtesy of Wall, are making it as one of the high seeds here. What a result for them. 3 weeks in, and they are already proving themselves as one of the frontrunners in this season. Escape Velocity Phoenix, big courtesy to them, though. They played absolutely incredibly. I have no doubts that we're going to see them in Stage 2 as well. But they will have to look at next week to do that. Ignition, massive win there. Exactly what they needed. I think we're going to be having an interview with, at the very least, we're going to be having an interview with Wall. So we're going to go to a quick be right back screen. We'll be back after a quick minute while we get Wall into the chat. Welcome back, everybody, and congratulations to Team Ignition for making it to stage 2. But with us here is Wall, the captain of Team Ignition. After having that break in that second week, coming now into week 3, man, you must feel rejuvenated now, coming back into this team after kind of taking week 2 off and immediately proving how strong of a player you really are.
It feels great, man. There's definitely a lot of adversity. Even this week, we still had a little bit of adversity, because obviously last time I couldn't make it, I was out of town, and this time, Sophie decided her internet wasn't going to work. So last second, so we had to play with DT, and wait for DT to step up again for the second week in a row to help us get out of Swiss. So
yeah, the literal super sub, the turbo pulse of the Blackline Championship Series, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? But again, massive play to him. But I also want to say, massive play to you. You were the clutch playmaker in this series. You scored that 0-second goal in Game 1. Take me through those moments. My goodness, after Game 1, it was so close. Your team was down as well initially, and to come back at the last possible moments to win it. What were you feeling? You had a dribble. It must have felt like an eternity. Sure, it was only maybe a few seconds on stream, but it must have felt like an eternity for you, holding the ball like that and getting that shot on target.
Yeah. So basically, when it hit 0 seconds, I think the ball was still in our half, and it kind of took a bounce to where I was like, because usually you want to let it hit the ground, right? But it took a little bit of a bounce where I felt like maybe we should go for this, and so I was like, hey, keep it up. We kept it up, and then I think someone whiffs on their team, or we just get it past them, and yeah, it's just a dribble into their net. It almost got saved, I think, but
yeah, I would love to hear the team comms for that moment. If I bet I have a feeling most teams don't record their team comms, but if you did, I'm sure those team comms were absolutely incredible. There was probably a lot of screaming in there. I would assume there was.
It was just them yelling open, and then Frosty absolutely going crazy when we actually the goal actually went in. Yeah, I wish we would have recorded it too. Maybe we need to start doing that for Ignition.
And maybe, but again, massive win. But you also got the incredible save in Game 4. What about that moment? After that one, the whole game was over. You scored the final goal off of that incredible save. You had no business denying Awash that goal, but yet you did.
It was, dude, I was puckered up, bro. I was not in a state of calmness whatsoever. But I mean, shoot, I hit the ball and the ball didn't go in, so I'm not gonna play. And then he whiffed after that, that was surprising. I almost I was about to outplay nobody. I was about to take it for a dribble and try to flick someone, but then they were yelling at me and telling me, "Oh, it's open. You need to go score." Oh, okay.
Well, of course. I mean, you did, and you win the series 3-1. I'm sure you're very hopeful that you didn't go to Game 5. Yeah, of course. I know. I love it as a caster. I love Game 5, but yeah. I know for you, I know for players, they hate it. They hate Game 5. They know what is happening, and I'm sure you are included in that. Take me through kind of the meaning of that Game 4, having to not have to go to Champions Field.
It's just a lot more calming. So now we have a 2-week break, I think, because everyone else has to finish their Swiss rounds.
You have a 1-week break, I believe.
1 week break.
I believe week 4. Okay, I believe rounds 4 and 5 are on the same week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we have a 1-week break, just to get everything situated for the next stage or whatever is next for it. But it's just nice to know that we've already qualified. We don't have to worry about not having to qualify.
And as one of the high seeds too.
Yeah.
Of course, congratulations on your win. I am actually going to check to make sure that my statement was correct, that it is actually only 1 week. I believe it's only 1 week.
I think I remember something like that.
I believe it's only 1 week for... Let me take a look at that for you.
Also,
yeah, week 4 is rounds 4 and 5, so yes, they are on the same week, but... Oh yeah, what do you want to add to that?
I just wanted to say, I know we didn't get to give you a Game 5, but I think we gave you some pretty good games,
it was super close. Seriously, if Escape Velocity Phoenix is still here, there were moments where either team could have won. No team should be hanging their head in shame here, because that was so close. Either team could have won that series, in my honest opinion. Either team looked like they were the better team at moments. There was no clear favorite. I've seen some series where it's absolutely destroyed, where some teams absolutely destroy the other, In this league, this was definitely the closest ones by far. But of course, you and Ignition are the ones to win it outright. You go 3-0 in the first Swiss stage, going into stage 2. What are you going to use that last week? What are you, Sophie, Frosty, DTR, and Volkazi? What are you all going to do to kind of prepare for this definitely a tougher next step?
I think you made a mistake there. You said Volkenzi?
Sorry, did I say the wrong person?
Yeah, you said Volkenzi. He's on Aura.
He's on Aura. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Volk. Poor Volk. I just mentioned him, and now he's like, oh, whoops. Yeah, sorry. Who? Yeah, sorry. I must have mentioned the wrong player. Who's your coach again? Your coach is. You have a coach?
We don't have one.
You don't have a coach. Okay. Man, I'm just dumb.
You want to be our coach?
No, not at all. I'm horrible at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. As soon as I mentioned Volken's name, Sophie and Volk are now going after each other. So you know what? Maybe I gotta get Aura on stream at some point and just and see the banter coming in from Ignition and or maybe we get a show match going as well. I'd love to see that.
Just see them.
You just scrim them. Get a show match on my stream for that. You know what? I'd love to see that. I think I just created the biggest rivalry in the Blackline Championship Series.
No, 100%.
Accidentally. Of course.
I think
of
we
course.
play Escape Phoenix again tomorrow, actually. Inside air info.
Oh, you get to play them in a scrim tomorrow?
No, we play them in a BLCS
Oh, different?
match. Yeah.
Which team?
Escape Velocity Phoenix.
You get to play them again tomorrow? What do you mean by tomorrow? Tomorrow in what?
So, like, there's a BLCS promotion relegation tournament.
Ah.
We're about to the next tier. Yeah, we play them tomorrow for that.
Oh, that's going to be... this is really interesting then, having this series happen. Well... You know what? Good luck in that. I don't think I'll be commentating that series. I'm just commentating the qualifiers for the Grand Circuit right now. But before you do go, any shoutouts you have before we do end the stream? Well, actually, before we do 1v1, I do remember Darth Galaxy. I'll make sure to get it for you.
Yeah. So shout out obviously to DTR Super Sub man coming in 2 weeks in a row, getting the dub. And shout out to Ziggy, man. Ziggy's absolutely insane with the support. Always in chat. Always trying to see what we need. And the Ignition as a whole is great too. So yeah, shout out to all the Ignition fam.
My goodness, but again, congratulations on your 3-0 win. Go and celebrate with the rest of the Ignition team.
Oh, of course, we're about to go.
Have an amazing evening. I'm really interested. Of course, have an amazing evening, Wall.
All right, you too, man.
That will end that. We do have that 1v1 coming up. I do remember. My goodness, you two are still going after it. Please be civil. At the very least, please be civil. Be civil people, but I do apologize there, Volkansy, for doing that. I was gonna say, you know, you're doing nothing wrong right now. Although saying that, I've had people who've come in who've looked like they're just having fun, and then they like actually mean something like a lot worse. But no, you're fine. For right now. Of course, Darth Galaxy, send me your epic through a Discord message. My goodness, all of you are... you're still going after each other. Oh, this is going to become a really fun rivalry. I'm really looking forward to this one. If we get to have Ignition versus Aura, I better be the one commentating it. Okay, if we get a show match, if we get a match between both of these orgs, I better be the one commentating it. Okay? You better put me up there. Oh, that means that I've now casted Ignition 4 times in the last 3 weeks. I've casted the Ignition organization, I should say, not the team. I've casted the main team 3 times. I've casted the Academy team once. As we do have Darth coming in here, Darth Galaxy. Sophie, who's that directed to? Is that directed to entire Ignition? I mean, actually, you know what? Yeah, big support to Ignition. You guys have been absolutely amazing. You guys have been like some of the strongest supporters I've had on my stream in a while. So big support. Much love to everybody who comes to support me. You speak for the entire organization. Oh, that's very sweet. No, of course. You all are amazing. It's because of your because I am Ignition, nice. It's because of your support that I continue to do this. The only reason I do commentary is because people come in and watch me do it and they like what they're seeing. That's the only reason I do commentary. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for fame. I do it because I like to do it and because I want and because you all want me to do it. That's really it. As we do have the stream up, I should have. There's Darth. Okay, Darth. A single best of best of 1v1. Team Ignition. Just adding more and more to that name. Oh my goodness, Sophie. Soon enough, it's gonna be an absolutely insane name. Okay, Galaxy, we're gonna get that 1v1 going. Let's get ourselves to that screen. Hello, everybody. We're gonna have this quick 1v1 to end off the night, and then we're gonna get a raid going to end off the stream again. Thank you all so much for the support. It's been absolutely amazing. From the bottom of my heart, it's been an absolutely incredible day. Thank you all so much. Here, well, what map do you want, Galaxy? Darth Galaxy, what map do you want? Let me know in Twitch chat. Love the stream. Yeah, yes, you too, Blackwood. I still remember you, man. I remember a lot of people who come to my stream. I remember you, Blackwood. I remember you. I don't remember your match super well, but I do remember people pretty well. Pick one. Okay. Since we didn't have it today, let's do champions. Why not? And it's gonna be US East because that's my server. Well, my favorite is champions, so that's ironic. Again, see, this is just a simple best of one. Choose which team you want to be on. I'll join in after you. It's only one game. There's nothing on the line, trust me. There's nothing on the line, so if I lose, nothing's gonna happen. But I would like to win this. So just choose a side, Darth, and Darth Galaxy, and I'll choose one myself. Okay, he wants orange. That is actually my preferred side. So he's already getting in my head a little bit, I guess. Oh, that was a bad touch. Okay. He might cut on this one. Oh, he didn't. He fakes me. Okay, I don't like these fake plays. I don't like these fake plays. Is that one in? Not in yet. I'll take your boost though. Yum 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 yum. Oh my goodness, what a shot. What a shot. I didn't think you had that. That's why I didn't follow it up. I was like, oh, he's not gonna catch up to this. Good shot, good shot. So far I have 0 shots. That's not great. I do have a really bad offense. I haven't played ones in forever either. Waiting for a new controller to come in because this one is busted. There you go, that's a kickoff goal. A little bit slow for me, but they all count the same. You like this gameplay? Really? It's not amazing. It's definitely not as high level as the gameplay you all have. Oh, I missed. Also, definitely a lot more scuffed. That was a lot of boost users for no reason. That ball went right through me. Oh, I missed! No! I didn't get the touch I wanted into the corner, and that's gonna suck. I flipped the wrong way. I'm entertaining to watch, really? My gameplay isn't that good. I don't play. There's a reason I do commentary and not play. Because I suck at it. Oh, that's a kickoff goal. Oh, the boost isn't working. Oh, Darth. There you go. I see that fake there. There you go. I saw the fake there and I went for the challenge knowing that I could beat him there. Here. Which way? Let's try fake. Oh, that's right towards net. Oh, he's missed. Free goal. Not the fake I wanted, but it worked. Is that all? That's all that matters in ones, as long as it works. We don't really talk about those, though. You know, he won't expect a double fake. Yeah, he didn't expect a double fake. Oh, we got him with the double fake. I gotta wait back on this one. Let's go demo him. That should be a goal. He doesn't have a lot of boost left. Good save. Oh no, my boost button didn't work there. That's the problem with my controller. It's busted. The boost button doesn't work. So whenever I boost, it's like either delayed. Sometimes it works. Uh-oh, I have missed every single boost pad. He is gonna double tap this one on me. Take his boost pads? He has nothing. Good flick. Oh, that doesn't. No, that. We should redeem one. We won sometime. Oh god, that's gonna be a bloodbath. Good flick. Really nice flick. I definitely should have just gone for that. I could have saved that. Early challenge? No, he's gonna wait on it so I can take this boost. He's gonna go. He's again going for these air dribbles. I can stop those though. That's all in. That is an aggressive challenge. Put a shot on his net. He may not get that. He does. He's a good player. He's a really strong 1v1 player. Ah, oh, dang it. I missed. Oh, he faked me hard there. I should have known. I think he may have missed, though. No, he doesn't miss those. Oh, I've made so many good saves. I just haven't been able to make a lot of good shots. I am not playing my best in this 1v1. Too far back again. He does not have that good first touch. Oh, I should have just challenged. Oh my goodness, my boost button stopped working. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I hate it when my boost button does that. I have nothing. I literally have nothing. I can't challenge that. Challenge this though, just to waste a little bit of time for him. Oh my goodness, really? Oh, he's just gonna clip on me. Of course, yeah. Of course he's just gonna clip on me. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thanks for skipping, man. I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see someone clip on me like that. You just had to clip. Oh, he's gonna score another one on me. You know what? I'll see if he can score this. He will actually. Score it. Okay. No. He misses his own net. Oh gosh. Embarrassing from me. Definitely not my best performance. I did not shoot very well that game. At all. Played really solid defense. Did not play good offense. 6 shots is not gonna win anything in ones. Oh, I'm rusty. Oh, I'm so rusty in ones. Well, GG's. Anyways, man, it was a fun series. But yeah, you can definitely see I'm rusty. I've not played ones in a while. Yeah, if you want to redeem the 1v1, it is there. GG's, yeah, GG's, man. You did not have to clip on. You had to clip on me, right? Right? You didn't have. You know, you didn't have to clip on me. You could have made me look at least a little bit better by not hitting that flip reset on me. But it was so close until the very, very end of that series. I must say, really, really close. But anyways, have an amazing night, everybody. Thank you all for joining. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna end the stream here, though. Let's find someone live. Dub stream. Yeah, it was a good stream tonight. Must say. Let me find someone to get a raid on. To get a raid on, nice. I'll get a raid too. Let's look for someone that's really, really small. If you guys have options, I might be able to use that. But I think I found someone. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did find someone. Yep. Found someone. There you go. This is someone that's on the same org as I am. Golden Hour Esports. And you never play ones. Well, you're pretty good at it, Galaxy Wolf. Anyways. We're gonna go raid someone from the same org I am on, Golden Hour Esports. Go show them some support. Have an amazing evening, everybody.